Risky business. Maintaining your hardwood floors can be risky business if you don't know what you're doing. But fear not, because today I'm tossing you the keys for how to confidently clean your hardwood floors. Before we get started, there are two types of hardwood floors: finished and unfinished. The only time you're really going to encounter unfinished floors is if you have a home that's older, that's built maybe prior to the 1950s. Other than that, the hardwood floors in your home should be finished. The majority of hardwood is finished with a smooth, shiny polyurethane coating. There are other hardwood floors that are finished with like an oil-based coating, but either way, you're still going to clean them the exact same way. This video is primarily going to be focused on finished hardwood floors. If you do happen to have unfinished hardwood in your home, the only thing you can really do is sweep and vacuum the trash up and then maybe put a little bit of wax on them. You can't spray chemicals, you can't get water on them because unfinished wood just absorbs those chemicals and that water like a sponge, leaving you with patches of water stains all over your floors. So you don't want that. So I repeat, this video is primarily for finished hardwood. If for whatever reason you are unsure what type of hardwood floors you do have, just take you like a little teaspoon of water, go to the corner of the room, pour it on the floor. If the water just sits on top, they're finished. If the hardwood floors absorb it really fast, they're unfinished. So now that we have that out the way, let's move on. After you've swept or vacuumed your floor, collected all the animal hair, collected all the trash, it's real simple. You're either going to go with a level 1 cleaning or you're going to go with a level 2 cleaning. The level 1 cleaning are for floors with minimal traffic. Floors that aren't very dirty, that don't get walked on that much. Floors that just need a little bit of a touch up to make them fresh again. For the level 1 cleaning, you're going to grab you a flat mop, just like this, long handle. And you're also going to get you some Bona hardwood floor cleaner. This is the polish. I just realized I'm out of the cleaner. But you're going to get the hardwood floor cleaner that Bona makes. What you're going to do is put it in a spray bottle, and you're just going to spray your hardwood floors, take your mop, and mop with the grain of the floor throughout the entire home. Bona is a water-based cleaner. It's also pH neutral, which I will expound upon here in a moment. One thing I want you to remember is you never want to use anything that has wax or any type of waxy cleaner because they leave a residue and a film on your hardwood floor. If you've ever tried to do this cleaning and you come across waxy spots on hardwood floors, then you know that you're using this and it's gliding really easy across the floors, you're getting them clean, and then you come across the waxy buildup areas and then it's just kind of sticky and this thing doesn't want to glide anymore. So then you take your fingernails and you scratch it and you get that dark, gunky stuff underneath your fingernails. That's waxy buildup. And what it does is it leaves your floors looking dingy, dull, and dirty. I get this a lot in the cleaning business where we'll pick up a new home with hardwood floors and then we're mopping them and then I come across that sticky area where it's got buildup. And it's just a case where clearly the homeowners have used some cleaners that they got some bad advice, or either the housekeepers that were there prior to us that cleaned the house for who knows how many years really didn't know what they were doing, and then we're left having to restore those floors and get them back to where we can clean them easily once again. So whatever you do, stay away from waxy cleaners at all costs. Next, let's talk about the level 2 cleaning. The level 2 cleaning is for floors with high traffic, floors that are dirty, floors that probably have dogs coming in and out, kids running around, you name it. If the floors are dirty and need to be cleaned well, then the level 2 cleaning is for you. For this cleaning, what we're going to do is we're going to take a bucket, kind of like this, and we're going to fill it up about 3/4 of the way full with warm water. The next thing we're going to grab is this stuff, which is Murphy's oil soap. And you're going to use probably about 2 or 3 capfuls of this. Just pour it right into the water, mix it up. This stuff is basically like a soapy water mix. Despite the name oil soap, this product actually contains no standing oil in it whatsoever once it's been processed and put into these little bottles that you buy in the store. It leaves no residue, it contains no wax, it's safe to use on your hardwood floors, and it's pH neutral. Allow me to explain for a moment what I mean by pH neutral. One of the biggest debates within the hardwood floor cleaning world is whether it's safe to use vinegar. Understand that vinegar is an acid, far from pH neutral. So if you're mopping your floors with a vinegar water mix, over time you're going to strip away your polyurethane coating that you paid good money for, came with your hardwood floors, basically leaving your floors unfinished. They're going to be dull, they're going to be dirty, they're going to be stained, because once they're unfinished, they're going to soak up whatever's spilt on them. So whether it's mop water or whether it's your kids running around the house and they spill fruit punch on them, they're going to look horrible. Vinegar is great for cleaning, but not hardwood floors. pH neutral cleaners like a Bona, like a Murphy's Oil soap, is what's recommended by the National Wood Floor Association as well as hardwood floor manufacturers. So if you want to use vinegar, talk to them. I follow their guidelines because I figured, hey, they make the floor, they know best. Okay, so continuing with level 2 cleaning, once we have our bucket of water and we have our Murphy's Oil, and we have our mixture here, we're going to grab a string mop, just like this. What we're going to do is wring it out. We're going to perform a technique called damp mopping. Basically, the mop is damp. Applying too much water to your hardwood floors is really bad for it as well, because a whole lot of water will get in between the cracks, cause the wood to expand and warp. And so a lot of the times, if you've ever been to a house and you walk around the hardwood floors and you hear creaking, that's where some water has gotten there and the floor is warped. So avoid too much water, but a little bit of water is not going to hurt. And the way you can gauge it is when you're mopping, as long as you're not leaving puddles of water sitting on top, then you're good. If it's just damp, like you're wiping off a counter, then you're good. The mop is not too wet and you're good to go. Now what we're going to do to mop our floors here is we're going to put our bucket behind us. And we would work our way from one side of the room to the other. So you just take your mop and go back and forth like this. Maybe flip it over and really just scrub the floor. Wipe off the floor. If you come across any sticky spots or just little dirty spots, you might need to give it a little bit of elbow grease like this. Or you can just take your foot, you can do like this to get those spots up. While you're mopping, you will have to rinse your mop. And the way you're going to rinse your mop is you're just going to put it in the bucket and spin it like this. And then you wring it out to where it's damp and continue the process. After you've done so much of your hardwood floors, you want to check your water, and if your water starts to get dirty, then you're going to have to change it and get fresh water, because you can't mop your floors with dirty water. So that's it. That's how to clean your hardwood floors. In this video, we talked about the difference between finished and unfinished. We talked about avoiding waxy cleaners and avoiding vinegar at all costs, and the importance of pH neutral cleaners. So follow the advice that I've laid out in this video, and your floors are going to look fresh and scream perfection.